do know all about these loans.
You
We
do?
do a great job with these loans because why, Kyle?
Well, because we actually enjoy them and because we've got a compliance department that knows how to handle them.
These are not rocket science. There's so many places that don't like to offer FHA, VA, USDA, and there's a lot of sellers and agents that don't like to accept the offers because they're concerned on the nitpicks. And the nitpicks are important, but we're here to tell you that they're fantastic. You need to use them more. You need to allow them more, but you need to keep local because there are differences in the compliance and all that stuff is a little bit trickier on our side, but not on the buyer side, seller side, or anybody else. So what's a couple highlights that come to mind for you?
So a couple of things that I always think of when I think of these government loans, and I always hope that my customers are able to use when they're going out looking for a house, are low down payment. USDA, you got 0% down. VA, you have 0% down. That doesn't mean
And
that they're
fully
a bad
fixed
buyer.
rates. I mean, this is not like it's an ARM, an adjustable, a balloon, an interest only second.
Right. And they're great for the customer, right? You just because they're doing 0% down doesn't necessarily mean they don't have money or they don't have the ability to purchase that house. 0% down could be because I put 0% down on an FHA or USDA and I compare that to a conventional loan with 3% down with mortgage insurance. That USDA payment's way better than that conventional loan. But from a realtor's perspective, I'm hearing that a conventional loan just seems safer.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things that I know that it's hard to accept those at this point in time in our market because things are so challenging. But at the same time, it is an awesome product for the customer. And so when you get those situations, we would love it if you would just give us a call or reach out to whoever the lender is that you're receiving that offer from. They're gonna know, and especially if they're local, they're gonna be able to explain to you, hey, the customer is in great shape, or let's we can try USDA.
There are reasons to maybe not accept that offer because it is a riskier approval. It's just barely getting approved, lower credit scores, there are reasons. But again, communicating with the lender so you know why we need to go FHA versus we need to go conventional just because it sounds better. And I think the biggest thing I hear issues with is the appraisal, condition of the property.
Yep.
And most of the time, if you can talk through on the buyer side or even on the listing side, let us know what the condition is. If you use a good local lender, you're going to take and have a good local list of appraisers. That list is like this big. We typically have about 5 here in the metro. Now, throughout the state, you get to be fewer, smaller communities, but it's appraisers that we have chosen and said, you know what, they do good reports. We're not paying half price on appraisals. So you're going to see cheaper appraisals out there. You're also going to see cheaper, crappier reports that get questioned and they nickel and dime so the appraiser can go back out and say there's fixes and they get paid again.
Which is exactly why I say, go with that local lender. If that local lender has an offer that's provided to you that's one of those government products, you're going to be in a much better shape. If you go with one of the bigger banks, they're more likely going to be the ones that pay for those cheaper appraisers because they're just trying to get the deal done and they want to make as much margin as possible.
Right. And they tend to advertise cheapest, whatever. Well, we're never going to advertise the cheapest. We want to be the best overall results. So you could have the cheapest. Maybe you have slightly more expensive, but you get a better product. So there are ways to buy real estate for sale by owner that are cheaper. Maybe, maybe not. Well, is a $350 appraisal cheaper than the $500 appraisal when the $350 bombs the deal?
Right.
Okay, let's go with the normal $500 appraisal or whatever the cost is. We want the best results. And I know you guys do too. The trick is conveying that to the listing side. And we've been having much better luck calling listing agents, texting them, and what I love is doing a quick video text. They can see my face. I'm the lender. Here's where I'm at. Google me, call me, whatever it is. We're here to make sure that the communication doesn't stop. And that way, the buyer's more likely to get what they want and the seller gets what they want.
And the appraiser's on our side as well.
Yeah.
The appraiser is not trying to bomb this deal, especially when you're working with some of those that are on our list.
Yep.
They want to make this work and they're going to do everything they can to make sure that that value comes in where it's necessary. So they are going to work with us. They're going to work with you. If there is any changes, they're going to make sure to communicate those. Yeah. We have great relationships with our appraisers. We can give them a call. The customer's going to be able to talk to them when they're at the property. They're awesome. And so just using those and using us is important when you're looking at the overall aspect of it.
Everybody has to stay compliant. Follow the rules, follow the regulations. You guys, us, appraisers. But that doesn't mean you can't have a good working relationship. So we're here for you. But again, let us know what questions there are. We want to take and help buyers get the best offer submitted possible. And many times, FHA, VA, and USDA are the best programs for those buyers. Now, if we can't take and get a seller on board, then great, we got plan B. How do we get a conventional loan if we really have to? But some of those are a lot more expensive because their credit scores are lower, or because they got to have more down, or whatever the case may be. The right product with the right result, and everybody gets what they want. That's a win. That's what we want to see. We're here for you. What questions you got?